Hey everyone, this is your girl, Miss Coteria, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinion Vlog. I told y'all this Armon Wiggins, Claudia Jordan, and Al Reynolds situation. There's going to be a 3, 4, and possibly a part 5 video coming from your girl Coteria because, as I say every day, more information is unfolding and developing regarding this whole fallout with Al Reynolds, Claudia Jordan, and Armon Wiggins, and the infamous birthday roast he did a few days ago on the job at TGIF. Okay, y'all know Tasha K has entered the chat, and Tasha K did her regular live on Celebrity News, and sometimes she talks about YouTubers if she needs to be. You know, TGIF is a YouTube channel show. It's not on a syndicated network. I've seen a comment where a person says it's on DirecTV. I'm not really sure. I didn't fact check. My line of streaming services is Sling. I have Max. I have Amazon Prime. I also have MGM. So I don't know if you can view TGIF outside of YouTube, but please correct me in the comment section. So anyways, Armon Wiggins wanted to go viral and trend with the infamous Al birthday roast, and he did exactly what he intended to do. You understand? I personally, again, don't call it a roast. It almost is like a personal grievance, a personal job complaint, as you will, if you say. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? He was really venting about his personal issues or behind the scenes issues that he have with Al Reynolds. It was not a roast or a gag. It wasn't even a joke. When you look at it, it was just, he was dragging him for filth. He was letting out a lot of personal things that he disliked about Al. And like I said, it seems like it kind of panders to job complaints. Like he has a lot of complaints at the job while working alongside of Al Reynolds, if you get what I'm saying. If you kind of like take your time and just break it down, it seemed like, he was just saying that I'll always like to run to management, and complain about his coworkers and stuff. And anywho, let's get into Tasha K. But Tasha K, she gave her own opinion and her own behind the scene information she had regarding Claudia Jordan and the conversation she had with Funky Dineva and Claudia Jordan sometime a couple of months ago and stuff. So she kind of exposed that while she was doing her live. And when Tasha K exposed that information at the tail end of her live, Claudia Jordan has been on a press run on certain bloggers' channels. And specifically, I'm not gonna call no blogger name or channel, but y'all get what I'm saying. She have been on a couple of bloggers' channels, and she kind of been alluding to Tasha K is telling lies, and she hasn't spoken with her in a long time. And Tasha K, like I said early this morning, I'm gonna say maybe 4 or 5 this morning, posted to her community feed on YouTube some receipts, like inbox receipts that her and Claudia had back in 2024, in January of 2024. And basically, Claudia was venting to Tasha K about something happened, I guess, behind the scenes with production regarding her and Al. And she was saying that Al kind of went to, I guess, productions. She didn't specifically say, and she kind of got chewed for it. She got chewed for it, and she said he was kind of yelling and screaming, I guess, when they was talking to production together. And she didn't like how it went, and she said she was sick of this shit. And so Tasha K was kind of like blown away by what Claudia was saying. And she was just saying how she disliked Al. Like he's problematic. She dislikes Al. You understand? And so Tasha K was like, well, girl, let's go to dinner and let's sit down and talk about it. So in that little text, in that little inbox exchange between Claudia and Tasha K, they were trying to make dinner reservations and pick a spot. So when Claudia went on to certain YouTubers' channels in their live, and she made it seem like she haven't really spoken to Tasha K recently. It was all lies. And Tasha K also did a live early this morning on her YouTube channel, but she said she was kind of getting ready for a flight, and she was just calling Claudia Jordan out and saying that she's lying. Like, you know what, we did recently speak with each other. We try to set up a dinner reservation. So Claudia's doing a lot of lying, and like I said, with those 3 receipts that she exposed. She basically is throwing out on the bus and saying how she don't like him and kind of like he's a whistleblower at the job. You understand? So Tasha K did not tell no lies regarding Claudia. She talks too much and she does talk behind people's back. You understand? So Claudia trying to recant and she's trying to backpedal on a lot of things that has been exposed. And now she's saying she's getting the tail end of the blame. Everybody coming for her. She's being blamed because Claudia Jordan, you know, for pulling the strings. Okay? Like Armon Wiggins was your puppet and you pulled his strings and you press that activate button on Armon Wiggins, and it's not hard to press that button, and it's not hard for him to go off on the deep end, off the rails, especially if he have a dislike for that person. And we all seen the tension that was brewing against Armon Wiggins and Al, because like I said, truth be told, I seen it with my own eyes, and I did commentary on it when Armon Wiggins first got hired and got the permanent spot, how Al, you know what I'm saying, was kind of like belittling him, demeaning him, you know what I'm saying, calling him boy. And a lot of viewers, you know, that was watching at the time, like me, you know, we kind of picked up on it, you know what I'm saying? And I did make 1 or 2 videos regarding Al kind of like belittling, demeaning, and talking down to Armon when he addressed him. You understand? Now, mind you, Al, the little bit, how can I say? Because I want to be Pacific, you know. I'm kind of like replying to a lot of comments, and there's a lot of sensitive, triggered people in the comments. And when I say I don't watch TGIF, I used to watch TGIF like a lot daily when Funky Dineva was on there. And when he departed, I kind of stopped watching it a lot. I kind of tapped in on and off and watched TGIF when they had other guest hosts that was on there. But no, I don't watch TGIF every day. Ever since Armon became the permanent host, I watched this a little bit on and off, and I stopped watching it completely. So let me specify and be specific on when I say that. I do not watch TGIF at all, but I will be watching it because the controversy around it, you know what I'm saying, the drama around it, you understand, to kind of see how the vibe is going to be between all 3 co-hosts if they come back collectively. You know, Al Reynolds may not come back tomorrow. Hell, Armon Wiggins may not come back tomorrow. So yes, I am going to watch it. But anywho, back to Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan knew what she did and what she has done. Claudia has been pillow talking behind the scenes with Armon Wiggins at the time, probably with Funky Dineva before he departed, and also Al Reynolds. She said her and Al Reynolds was good friends. They go way back. That's why she recommended him to be on TGIF, but they're no longer friends. She said that in a text to Tasha K. But best believe Claudia been doing a lot of pillow talking among certain celebrities about one another. And like I said, Armon Wiggins knew too much behind the scene information about Al in that birthday roast, which again, I say is a drag and a personal complaint on the job. Okay. He was venting about, you know, his personal issues with Al. You can tell Claudia was feeding Armon Wiggins a lot of information about Al. And she also probably let Armon Wiggins know, with all the little changes and the complaints that they've been, you know, being the pushback they've been getting from production, all of it came from Al Reynolds. He's been kind of the whistleblower, complaining about certain things that Armon probably said or doing, or Claudia Jordan doing. And so they're coming down on Armon Wiggins and Claudia Jordan. And this is why Armon felt so comfortable to say that, oh, you know, he's making our work environment hostile, almost like a reality show in so many words. But Claudia, best believe, she's the instigator. She's the instigator. And like I said, you activated Armon Wiggins and you're saying that, oh, you know, that, you know, Armon can drag, you know, he's good at what he do. Again, that was not a birthday roast. And let's just go back to when Al did a birthday roast about Armon Wiggins. He was not mean-spirited. He was not harsh when he did it. He kept it very cute and professional, and that's the difference. People are saying that, oh, what Armon Wiggins said and what he did was very, it serves him right. Like they're trying to say it was very professional. It was not professional. It was unprofessional. It was ghetto, gutter, trash. I'm calling it how it is. It was. And it was very piss poor, and Armon Wiggins knew exactly what he was doing. And y'all saying that, oh, well, you know, Claudia said on the live she did on the little content creator channel that, oh, Al Reynolds liked it. He loved it. He said it. Just because he said it, that doesn't mean that's how he truly felt. You got to understand, y'all is on a live recorded show. This was not pre-recorded. This was a live segment. You have hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people are watching y'all. Of course, Al had to remain professional. And of course he said, oh, thank you, Armon. I loved it. Just for the viewer's sake. Just for his job's sake. Y'all wanted Al to kind of cut up and act gutter and ghetto. And that's something Al, you would never get that from him. He have never done that. You would never get him out of character. It's easy to get Armon Wiggins out of character, but you're not going to get that with a overly grown man and a mature man like Al. Okay? Al knows the game very well. Armon don't. And that's the difference. So even though Al did say that, and that was not how he truly felt, but he remained his composure. He kept it professional. He kept it cordial. And that's what you're supposed to do when you're in an uncomfortable situation. You're not supposed to go off on a deep end and act ghetto and gutter. This is not Zeus. This ain't Tubi. Okay, this ain't motherfucking VH1. This ain't Love and Hip Hop. Y'all forgetting that. Y'all kind of getting confused with the networks here. Again, while y'all sitting up there big upping and clapping for Armon Wiggins, this is going to slightly cause Armon Wiggins' reputation to go down. And he knows it. Because he thought that he was going to get a positive reaction and it was going to send him to the top, and it's not. All of this shit is backfiring. And y'all get mad when people tell the truth. I understand Armon doesn't like Al. He has very good reasons to not like Al and not to fool with Al. But you still got to remain cordial and professional. Even when you don't like your coworker. You can't just sit up there and let your feelings show. And that's what happened. And yes, I have seen Al when Armon first got hired as a permanent host, even before he got hired, when he just was the guest host, how, Al was coming at him. We all seen it. But I felt like this, since, y'all say that Armon is good, at articulating his words. He know how to read. He know how to drag. Why couldn't Armon be sarcastic back? Because when that started happening, a little bit later on, when I will tap in and out here and there on TGIF, I've seen where a few times where Armon Wiggins kind of slick shaded him and got back with Al on his level. So y'all telling me that Armon Wiggins can't get on Al motherfucking level or give him that same energy that Al been giving him? And when Al referred to him as boy, he probably should have referred to Al as older man. And Al would have got it. That's what I'm saying. You got to know how to articulate your words. You got to be fast with it. You got to be quick with it. Y'all telling me Armon Wiggins couldn't do the same thing? See, that's the difference. That is the total difference between Al and Armon. Armon is young-minded. He can be very immature and naive at times. I love his commentary. I like him as a blogger. He's very entertaining. But like I said, like when people get under his skin or they start slick shading him, he don't know how to keep his composure. He don't know how to remain professional. And even though he might have thought that, what he did was calm, cool, and collective and perfect, it was not. It was not. And that was not a fucking roast. It was a drag. And a grievance. If you ask me. Not Armon, but Al did not like what Armon said about him on that birthday roast, on his birthday. Come on now. Y'all keep saying it was a roast. It was not. It was very disrespectful and distasteful. And then, like I said, he brought up I want to get into that because I've seen a couple of people reactions and videos regarding his ex-wife, Star Jones. People was like, what? Why are people bringing up his ex-wife? Now that I look at it, you understand, and Armon said, he's very hypersensitive about people mentioning his ex-wife. He don't want his ex-wife to be brought up. But since we're talking about Al is not the only one that's on this show. We got an Armon Wiggins, we got a Claudia Jordan. And so if it's okay for y'all to talk about Al ex-wife, Star Jones, who should not be the topic of discussion, then let's get into Claudia all the fucking, because she was a fucking, a mistress. She was a mistress. She was a side chick. If we're going to keep it, fair and equally all across the board, we need to find out who or all the boys that Armon was fucking on or dating. We need to have a topic of discussion with that. Him and Claudia. If we're going to keep this equally. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of this shit is bullshit. It's okay for y'all to come after Al, and I'm not defending Al. It's okay for y'all to come after Al, ex-wife, and have her the topic of discussion. But if it came down to Claudia and all the goddamn motherfucking industry MVPs that she was sucking and fucking on, and we go ahead and throw that out, she'll be highly offended too. She wouldn't like that, but it's okay for y'all to do Al. If we brought up Armon exes, or the boys that he used to deal with, and we brought them up on the show, he'll feel some type of way. Let's not act motherfucking dumb and naive. Come on now. Al Wright have a right to go to production like, look, my ex-wife should be off limits. Why bring her up? Because, when it comes down to the past and exes, I don't kind of want to rehash or re-bring up old stale information that I don't moved on from. Let's be honest, nobody don't. And especially if it was an ex that you had a very, very bad toxic relationship with. Who wants to bring that shit up on a live YouTube channel that has thousands of subscribers and viewers? Come on now. So I do get where Al was coming from when it came down to that. And again, I'm not saying Al is innocent, because Al is not innocent. Like I said in my previous video, Al is messy too. We can tell Al have definitely been pillow talking to, of course, Funky Dineva and all the other people that he talks to behind the scenes, probably about Claudia and Armon. They all do it. They all messy. Armon, Claudia, Al, they all messy. But the only difference between Armon and Al is that Armon cannot seem to keep his composure and hold his feelings in for too long. He will let it get the best of him and get under his skin, and then he will go at a job or while he's on a job, and like I said, he would just let loose like he did a couple of days ago. He don't know how to keep his composure, remain professional like Al. Like I said, if Al would have stepped off the porch and got on Armon level, then him and Armon would be equally yoked. And Al will also be looking crazy. And they would be saying, Al, you know what? You're the older one. You should be the more mature one. Shame on you. You stepped out of character. Al will be getting dragged along with Armon. But since Al kept his composure and remained professional, this is why Armon and Claudia getting the smoke. He kept it professional like he was supposed to. Like I said, this is not Zeus. This ain't Tubi. This ain't VH1 or MTV. This is a workplace. And like you say, remember, they're actually an individual. They're in their home or wherever they set up, and they're doing a lot. They're not even close, in contact with each other. This should have never happened. There should have been no goddamn roast at all amongst employees and coworkers. This went way left, and people took something that was probably innocent and fun, and they made it personal. Armon Wiggins made it personal. This wasn't like a cute, fun, lighthearted roast. This was a personal grievance. And that's the difference. And like I said, I get that Armon has been very disrespectful, shading and belittling Armon when he first got on that. We all seen it. Yes, he has. But Armon should have, when the contract ended, because I said, I don't think he's going to renew his contract. You understand? Based on, you can tell how he's moving. When the contract ended, this is when he should have went on his platform, whether it was YouTube, Twitter, IG, or his station head. Then he should have dragged Al for filth on his platform, not while he's on a job. That's the fucking difference. And y'all say he say commending him and saying, oh my God, what he did was right. It was fair. It was not. Because let's be honest. Imagine if the tables was turned and Armon was in Al's shoes and Al basically read Armon for filth. He wouldn't like it. He would not like it. So don't sit up there and say that, oh my God, if it was me, I'm not sensitive, it would be okay. That you're not Al. You're not in his situation. You're not in his seat. You're not in his predicament to say that. Everybody will say what they would have, should have, and could have done until it's you. Let's keep it 100. Now, me, because I know how I am, and I'm very sassy, baby. I'm quick with it. And let me tell y'all something. My background, I come from roasting and gagging. Okay, that's almost first and second nature to me. I get up with a bitch in a minute. Y'all know how my mouth is. Y'all know my mouth is very lethal. If it was me, because I know how I am and I'm a hothead, if Armon dragged me, because this ain't a roast, when Armon would have been done dragging me, like I said, they would have cut the episode. Because I would have dragged Armon for filth. And I wouldn't give a damn about my job or no contract, because I know how I am, how I'm set up. I'm talking about me. I'm using me as an example. All bets would have been off. All professionalism would have been off. And I wouldn't give a fuck. Al has a lot to lose. He has a lot of business connects. Armon don't, and that's the difference. Armon don't give a fuck. He's going to go back on his YouTube channel, but then he's going to regret it later. But that's all I got to say about this situation. And let me bring up Funky Dineva. Also, Funky Dineva, confirmed a lot what Tasha K said, even though Tasha K and Funky Dineva ain't cool and they're not cool with each other no more. They ain't YouTube friends. But he did back up a lot what she said. Now, there's a lot of things that Tasha K said that was incorrect that he had to correct. You understand? But he did, and it seemed like, Funky Dineva is kind of siding with Al when it comes down to Claudia Jordan. He not too much speaking about Armon Wiggins, but I think he got his personal opinions about him too. But he's really keeping it on Claudia Jordan, with Claudia Jordan being messy. And now Claudia Jordan trying to double back and say, I like Funky, I love Funky, I wanted him to stay. But then, like I said, you've been talking about Funky to Al and Armon behind his back, and I'm pretty sure you don't got to him. And like I said, you're around here getting so close and cuddled with Armon Wiggins. And best believe, whatever you told Armon Wiggins, he don't told to Milagros Graham and all the other people that hits the circle. Because Armon cannot hold tea. He run his mouth like a motherfucking faucet with water coming out of it. Okay, we all can see that he do not hold tea. So whatever you and Armon don't discuss about, whatever you told Armon and whatever he told you, they don't told other parties. That's why all this is getting back to certain people. This is a whole fucking mess. Y'all supposed to be doing a fucking job. Not sitting up here every chance y'all get when y'all get off camera to call y'all goddamn faves or y'all friends and associates and talk about, who y'all don't like on the show. It's crazy. But that's all I got to say. Like I said, it's going to be a fourth and fifth video, I'm pretty sure. But tomorrow I'm waiting for TGIF to air and see who's going to be on there and how the energy and the vibe's going to be. But all right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.